Welcome back, folks. We've got a few talks now from our sponsors. They're all very short. Sorry, the talks are very short, not necessarily the sponsors. Some of the sponsors are quite tall. So today we're going to hear from Just Eat Perforce Redgate, Net-a-Porter, New Voice Media, Test People, and Xebia Labs. There's a reason why some of the other people don't appear, but it's too complicated. So first up is Just Eat.
Thank you. Hi there, Pipeline. We're Just Eat. We are a technology company with a takeaway solution. At first glance, our problem domain probably appears pretty simple. It's the sort of simple e-commerce website, takeaway menus, basket, checkout, the sort of thing most of us could knock up in an afternoon. But our challenge is this. We only have an hour to deliver the food. If Amazon gets you your order an hour late, you probably don't even notice. If your takeaway arrives an hour late, it's cold and unpleasant. So our domain actually includes real-time message delivery and confirmation to dedicated hardware in 22,500 restaurants around the UK and 40,000 around the world. We also face an incredibly demanding demand curve. We have peak time traffic that's 10,000% of our normal daytime traffic. We also have development teams in 3 cities. Into this environment, we are rolling out more than 130 releases a month and meeting an uptime of 99.8%. And if you want to talk to us about how we're doing it, you can find us in the exhibitors hall afterwards.
So I've got 2 hours, right? No, I'm hungry, so it won't take that long. Morning, everyone. Afternoon, everybody. Mark Warren from Perforce here. Some of you may remember us from last year. You'll notice some new branding and stuff this year, but it's all about the core strength of Perforce that we've been version managing assets for the biggest companies on the planet and the smallest for about 18 years now. One of the key things I want to talk about today is about all of the efforts and all the different contributions that come together to make a product. How many people here actually release a product that is purely source code? That's pretty much what I expected. There's all sorts of other stuff that makes your product work, whether it's release scripts, whether it's your infrastructure definitions, artwork, graphics, documentation, whatever you've got. Lots of different contributors, lots of different kinds of content. They've all got different kinds of tools. If you're the release manager, DevOps engineer, how do you manage that if you've got multiple repositories and multiple ways of working? That's a nightmare. If you're the security officer, and this is your business's IP, intellectual property, how are you managing that? That's a problem. This is what we can help with. You've got all of these different consumers, whether it's your Chef or Jenkins, Puppet, Docker, Go, whatever you're using. If you're the engineer looking after those tools, how do you manage when you've got more than one repository? We summed that up by talking about connecting. How can your teams connect together across all of the different workflows and tool sets? How can you protect what they're doing, making sure the right changes are getting into the right build at the right time, and knowing nobody's stealing your stuff, and supporting your teams to deliver on rapid innovation. So that's Perforce Helix, is our new platform that brings all of those capabilities together. I'm not going to bore you with the details now. Come along to the booth and find out. You'll also find out how you can win one of these Helix quadricopters. Great fun. If not for you, then I'm sure you'll know somebody that will enjoy it. You've also got a card in your pack. Sign up now for Helix Cloud. That's free, hosted, configuration, version management with a nice friendly interface for all contributors, not just for software coders. So fill in your card, drop off your details to win the copter, and I'll try and draw it at the panel this afternoon. So please be around for that. 2 minutes? I'm about there. Thank you.
This is good. It was a stroke of genius putting the sponsors right before lunch because we want to go as much as you do. So I'm from Redgate Software. We specialize in database software. We've been doing this for about 15 years. And we serve both developers and operations professionals. We're trusted by more than 650,000 people around the world today. Now, our philosophy has always been to design simple, usable tools, things that an end user can really use and enjoy using. One of our most famous tools, SQL Compare, allows you to compare and synchronize database schemas. Now, one of the things we noticed, though, is that a few years ago, some of our users starting using these things in new ways. And they were starting to use our tools to automate their pipeline. And we realized that our tools actually fit into a more important story and enabled a lot more than we had even realized. So I think it's the community who showed us what we could actually achieve. And so what we discovered is these things all fit into an area of database lifecycle management. There's a parallel thing for your application lifecycle management, which also takes your database changes through, but as far as we can tell, is just a lot harder. And so we have bits that can help you automate this and help you make this easy. So from the source control piece, taking database changes and ensuring visibility and collaboration between teams for your database changes, and then taking those same changes through and stitching them together into your continuous integration solution, doing a bit of initial smoke testing and further unit testing if you do that on your databases. Taking that same change through into release management and giving you the visibility you need to get the proper level of scrutiny on those changes, then helping you to actually deploy that and then monitoring both for the standard things like performance and availability, but also who's doing what to your database, and keep an eye on what changes are actually going in that you might not even be aware of. So these things all together make the thing called database lifecycle management, which is one of the things that we think we can bring to a community like you who are you're doing your amazing job of changing your processes, but in the database, I think the tools can be letting you down today. So it's one of those things that we can actually bring into this and help at least make the tools part, the technical part of that easy, and leave the difficult part of the process change to you. What can you do about that, hey? So you can talk to any of us today. I'm a product manager for the area. My name's Elizabeth. We also have Michaela, who's a partner manager, and Alex Yates, who is both a technical pre-sales and also a trainer on this. If you'd like to talk to us and get a demo of any of the tools or talk to us about any training in this area, about what we might be able to show your team to enable these things for them. Thank you very much.
Is Stephen here?
Hi, yeah, I'm Stephen. I work for Net-a-Porter. We're a luxury e-commerce retailer. You may have heard of us, maybe not. We've got 3 brands: Net-a-Porter, The Outnet, Mr. Porter. What we really are is we're a technology company that does fashion. So we have 250 people in our IT team over in Shepherd's Bush, on top of the Westfield Shopping Centre, and we're growing really rapidly. And so we're looking for people across the whole life cycle, from agile coaches, product owners, UX, DevOps, developers, Java, iOS, Scala, and testers as well, both exploratory testers and also anyone with experience in test automation. So if you're looking for something a bit different, a bit of a different company to come and work for, then come and have a chat with me, or there's a few other Net-a-Porter guys here as well who may stick their hands up if I ask them nicely. There you go, look at that. Awesome. Right, thanks very much.
Hi there, my name is Rob Lambert. I'm an engineering manager at New Voice Media. So New Voice Media are a cloud-based contact center platform. It's pretty cool stuff. I'm going to keep this really short. We're recruiting. We actually feel a bit like a dinosaur, really, because we only release weekly compared to some of you guys. But the market's perfect for that, what we're after. And we're looking for people to come in and help us to really make that a lot smoother and to try and get us to more rapid releases. We're based in Basingstoke, not the most glamorous of places, I know, but do come and check us out. We've got a stand over there. You find me on Twitter, and there's also an email address here. Thank you very much.
Apologies, I should have sat a little closer to the front. So Ash Gawthorpe, founding director of a company called The Test People. So we're a technology company that works in testing. As can be seen there, we tend to focus on strategy, so creation of strategy, implementation of strategy, performance engineering, so performance testing, but then when a solution's found not to work in the way that it should do, essentially engineering off the back of it to make it work. Automation, we do a lot of automation, specifically around mobile as well. We're seeing that grow massively. The bit probably most of interest here is the bespoke testing solutions. So we often find clients who have problems that they can't solve in testing through either commercial tools or open source tools that are available. So we have dedicated teams who help them build tools and implement those tools and test systems where other systems or other tools just won't work for them. What I would ask is that you really just keep that in mind, and if you do come across a challenge in testing that you can't make work, that you just keep us in mind and give us a call. Like everybody else, we're also recruiting. We're looking for driven, pragmatic, yet smart people who can help us deliver these solutions into our clients, as I guess everybody else is. We are, all details are there on the website, and we're also at the stand through the back. And now, I think, if I'm not the last, I'm the last but one, so I'm going to stop there. Thank you.
Hi there, it's Martin Elliott. I'm the UK Sales Director for Xebia Labs. So we're a tools company, very much focused on continuous delivery. And in terms of that tool portfolio, the key areas are really enabling automation within that release process. So we have 3 products that you can come and talk to us about. XL Release is about orchestrating your whole release process, giving visibility of the release and enabling collaboration between teams. So really as an enabler towards DevOps. XL Deploy is a product which is aimed at automated deployments, whether that be on .NET or Java environments. It doesn't matter in terms of complex deployments. And we have also a new product now called XL Test, which is really around managing automated testing. As organizations do far more automated testing and potentially getting into thousands of tests per day, how do they actually analyze those tests? How do they build decisions around those tests in terms of the continuous delivery pipeline? And that's where XL Test is focused. So come and see us on the stand. You may even get a T-shirt out of us if you're lucky.
So thanks to all our sponsors again. To the sponsor we just heard from, Just Eat Perforce, Redgate, Net-a-Porter Group, New Voice Media, Test People and Xebia Labs, and to the ones we haven't heard from but you'll see around and about on T-shirts, bags and posters today. So that is DevOps Guys, Go, SnapCI, Always Agile Consulting, Equal Experts, Inido, ITV, The Scale Factory, Cyvism and Skeleton Factory Consulting. So thanks everyone. We're, I believe, ever so slightly early, which is great. So now it's time for food, and see you back in just over an hour.